That's a good question for the man that should have been here on a debate the other night. That's what I would have been asking.
So are you asking?
I am asking. I'd like to know where that extra $193,000 went. It might have been from other deputies working part-time that we have no idea on who they are. I have no idea. That's a good question.
We've been trying to get some information. The Chamber of Commerce Forum, it was kind of like, it was a big surprise to everybody, but it was actually sponsored by Lane Perry himself on TV or on the line or whatever it was.
That's what Mr. Hall told me.
Yeah. And were you given a chance to sponsor that event?
Absolutely not. And I'll tell you how I even knew about it. We was instructed. We had questions that was given out beforehand, 3 hours beforehand, with a set of rules on what we can and can't do. It cannot be a heated argument or anything. We answer our questions, and then we get up and we had 3 to 4 minutes to answer depending on what question was. And then they said after each one of us answered one question, they would take a 90-second commercial break. After about the 3rd or 4th break, my daughter motioned for me to come up and said, "Daddy, every time they go to a commercial break, they show Perry's commercial every time. Were they showing mine?" I'm running for office too. I paid money to BTW. I paid money to Star News. I paid money to Comcast. I've done everything that I know to do that's running elections. So I paid my money too. And I asked, I said, are they playing mine? And she said, no, just his every time. So Mr. Hall, Chad Hall, was right there. And I've known Chad. I still respect him as a man. It's a business. I understand how businesses run. I know how the media goes with it. I know how stuff happens. And I asked Chad, I said, Chad, we've been friends for a long time. Whatever you tell me, I'm good with. But every time you go to a commercial break, you're not playing my commercial, but you're playing Lane's. Why? He said, well, Lane sponsored this. I said, you're telling me Lane sponsored what? He said, he sponsored this right here. He paid for that. He paid extra for that. And I said, really? Why didn't I paid too? He said, not for commercial. He sponsored the debate to have his commercials played on here. And I said, well, I would love to have that opportunity. He said, well, we sent it to you. I didn't send it to you, but I sent it to your social media guy, Bill Wyatt. So I asked Chad, and I didn't ask him then. I called him, I said, I want to see that in writing, because Bill did not receive that. He showed me I had 3 tiers, and that was not part of it. At the time when we've been asking for debates, only live debates, we won't do a recorded debate. I know the tricks on that one. Only live debates. They would never do a debate. I would have jumped on that in a heartbeat. As much money as I've been spending on this, of course I would have been putting a commercial on a debate or a forum that I know people's going to be watching. So no.
Do you think that's underhanded?
Sir?
Do you think that's underhanded?
Yes. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's underhanded. If I had the opportunity, I would have took a loan out, but I did not. I've got money on my account. I would have took that opportunity and took that just like he did.
How come he had Martinsville County Commerce sign in front of the podium up there when all this was going on?
What was it now?
Martinsville County Commerce, the sign was sitting in front of the podium. If Lane Perry was sponsoring this.
It's my understanding, and you're going to have to ask the Chamber of Commerce on some of this. The Chamber of Commerce put it together, and they've done this before in other elections. It wasn't a debate. Even Mr. Gardner had told you, welcome to my forum. Welcome to the 2019 Sheriff's Forum. He was the moderator. So he was overseeing it. The Chamber organized it. They picked the location, good location by the way, but it was sponsored, my understanding, by BTW and AEP. The current sheriff's brother is a supervisor with AEP. So those 2 organizations sponsored a debate, and Chad Hall was the one that told me right there is that he had his commercials ran because he paid extra for this during this debate, and he sponsored it. So I can't tell you why anything was in front of there. That was their doing.
It's $195,000 that's been going through.
$193,000, somewhere roughly. Yes, sir.
It's on the payroll.
Yes, sir.
How long has it been on the payroll? Because to be honest with you, I spoke to one. I Road. He hadn't worked here since 2008.
Okay. It's been on there. I know it's been on there because when I got back, I wanted to see a pattern on the budgets. So I pulled 1 year for 2001 salary for the year of 2015, 16, 17, 18, and I've pulled 2 for 19 back in February and then September. And they were on, there were right many on it in 15.
How come the system is overlooking this at the jail right now?
And again, I don't think I have no idea. I don't think it's anything shady's going on, because I don't think the county would put up with anything like that. It's not going to be another Sid Clower deal by no means. And don't get, if any of us thought that, we would have went to the state police or the attorney general. But I will tell you, first one they gave me was dated May 31st, 2016, and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 deputies on there with probably, roughly it looks like $300,000, $400,000 on it. And out of those 8 deputies, 4 years later, all of them but 4 were removed. And the 4 that were removed is actually the 4 that's at the top. Danny Canada, Patricia Dickerson, Gordon Forbes. Whoop. No, I'll back up on that. Gordon Forbes were removed. Wayne Green, Herman Green was on there, and he was in between there. So for some reason, the system, is my understanding, removed them for some reason. And there's line item numbers there to go with. And Mike Whitlow was at the bottom. I don't know, again, that's my understanding, a software issue. I addressed it as a red flag to me. So I wanted answers. I've got it, and I feel confident in what the county's telling me. Not so much of what this gentleman's telling me, because he said a lot of stuff, and I've been able to prove differently. But yeah, I feel, my opinion, I don't think anything shady's happening. But Mr. Wagner does not know where the $193,000 went. He just knows it's somewhere, either equipment, I don't know, extra salaries and retirement. What?
The resource officers, we keep hearing, he says that he's going to go to jail if he funds those resource officers.
He's going to go to what?
Lane Perry has said that he can get the money from the jail folks and all that kind of stuff. Can we ask Mr. Slaughter, is it possible to do this?
Yeah, hold on one second.
How are we going to pay for it?
I am not talking about taking the 95 that the comp board has agreed to man the new jail. That's not what I'm saying. He's trying to use scare tactics and trying to say that I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, you can ask him, but restructuring in the department is going to do 4 to 5 of those positions right now.
Y'all all believe that can happen?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay, let me explain to you on Mr. Prater. I will guarantee you that in this day and age, the school board, when I say I can supply a deputy at no cost to the school board, they're paying for the deputies that's in there now. That's coming out of their budget. And thankfully, that's good that they're doing it for them, because it's important to them. But when I say I'm gonna supply the other schools out of my budget, and you're going to refer to that, they're going to tell me, no, we don't want that, I don't think no school board, no administrator in this country would ever say deny a school resource officer in the school when it's not coming out of their budget. I'm going to supply it. So yeah, I do not think that they're going to say, but of course I'm going to ask, is it okay if I supply the deputy that's trained, can they go in that school and protect your staff and your students? I feel pretty confident they're going to say yes, by all means.
Need resource officers?
I absolutely think every one of them needs it, not just for the safety and security aspect of it, but for those positive role models. If you'll take witness to the Henry County Sheriff's Office, just the other day, the sheriff, his second in command, Steve Eanes, Eric Wynn, the third in command, his top 4 brass was down there carving pumpkins. Very nice. I mean, I wish they'd been doing it all along, because that's what should have been doing all along. The role models, think of the lives that they touched that day, that they got to see a police officer and laugh with them and connect with them. So yes, my answer to that, I'm not doing scare tactics. and saying there's going to be some crazy people coming up in these schools, killing everyone. You better hire us so we can take care of you. I'm telling